Nagkaisa ang lahat ng mga senador na aprubahan ang Senate Resolution No. 44 na humihikayat sa Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, LTFRB, na ipagpaliban ang June 30 deadline para sa phase-out ng traditional jeepneys sa bansa. Kinilala sa resolusyon, na inihain ni Senador Grace Poe, ang mga isyu ng transport groups sa kanilang pagkontra sa Public Utility Vehicle Modernization Program. The LTFRB should not coerce PUV operators into complying with their guidelines without addressing the sector's concerns, particularly on the high capital costs of acquiring modern jeepneys, ayon sa resolusyon. Nabanggit din dito, to continue with the phase-out without taking these concerns into consideration would run counter to the directive of the Constitution to promote social justice in all phases of national development. Ayon pa kay Poe, may mga panukala ukol sa modernisasyon sa mga pampublikong sasakyan at aniya maaring magsilbi itong tulay, para sa ganap na pagkasa ng programa. We are not against modernization. If anything, we want to make it easier to achieve. There is always a win-win solution. To enforce a deadline is not only insanity, but also inhumane, diin ng senadora. Nagpahayag din ng kanilang katwiran sa kanilang pagboto sina Majority Leader Joel Villanueva, Sens. Pia Cayetano, Ronald De La Rosa, Raffy Tulfo, JV Ejercito, Christopher Go, Jinggoy Estrada, at Robin Padilla.
Bakit maraming deadline at requirements sa driver samantalang ang deadline ng DOTR at LTFRB para sa ruta nila ay hindi naman natutupad? Ngayon ako ay suportado ko ang modernization, pero dapat naman may sapat na pondong ibibigay ang gobyerno. Paano sila makakabili ng mga bagong jeepney na modernize kung napakaliit ang subsidiya na ibibigay?
Standards, particularly the lack of clean air. So lahat ito affected by this modernization program, and unless we really have the political will to ensure that the budget necessary to help the jeepney drivers transition to more modern and sustainable models, ito
Grabyado pa sa higit na 300,000 nating super. 300,000. Una, pinangakuan tayo ng DOTR ng route plans. 2018 pa rin nating pinupondahan ang paggawa ng ruta, pero hanggang ngayon ay 9.5% o 155 lang ng 1,575 LGUs ang aprobado. Bakit maraming deadline at requirements sa driver samantalang ang deadline ng DOTR at LTFRB para sa ruta nila ay hindi naman natutupad? Ngayong nangako na naman sila ng may aprobadong ruta para sa kalahati ng bansa sa June 2024. Pero dahil wala ang probisyong ito sa budget, malamang ay aasa na naman tayo sa wala. Pangalawa, pinangako rin sa atin na hindi daw phase out ang consolidation. Itinatago lagi ang motibo sa mga technical terms, pero hindi pa ganon na ang epekto ng deadline. Ang mga hindi pa nakakapag-consolidate, matatanggalan ng ruta. Walang ruta, walang prangkisa, walang kabuhayan. Kanino mapupunta ang mga ruta? Baka naman sa mga bagong korporasyon. Hindi natin alam kung nagmula nga sa hanay ng mga driver. Pinagsasamantalahan na ang mga driver na kapit sa patalim na dahil sa kawalan ng assistance mula sa gobyerno. Itinutuloy pa rin ng DOTR ang consolidation deadline ngayong December 31 kahit mahigit 40% sa mga drivers ang maapektuhan. Hindi mo naman masisisi, mga tsuper, na takot sumali sa kooperatiba dahil ang laki ng pondong kailangan tapos wala pang training ang DOTR sa pag-manage ng pera at PUV units. Pangatlo, kasunod agad sa consolidation deadline ang sapilitang modernization. Ngayon, ako ay suportado ko ang modernization, pero dapat naman may sapat na pondong ibibigay ang gobyerno. Paano sila makakabili ng mga bagong jeepney na modernize kung napakaliit ang subsidiya na ibibigay at mga imported ang mga bibilin na hindi natin alam kung kalidad ba talaga ito dahil sapilitang pinipilit sa kanila na bilhin ang modernized jeep. Nasaan ang suporta para sa mga rehabilitation ng jeep na papasa naman sa emission standards pero di hamak na mas mura? Kailangan pa gagawin ng DOTR ang mga pangakong programa para sa local manufacturers at assemblers kung kailan baon na sa utang ang mga driver at kooperatiba? Nasaan ang gobyerno sa modernization? Ang lakas ng loob ng DOTR mag-deadline, wala namang maitulong. Ang 210,000 pesos na subsidy ay 8.4% lang sa 2.5 million na presyo kada modern unit. 63 billion na agad ang kakailanganin para sa subsidies pa lang sa 300,000 na jeeps. Suma total, 750 billion ang kailangang pondo para mapautang sa minamadaling modernization. Kaya naman, hindi na rin natin masisisi ang mga driver na nagtitigil pasada. Pero sana wag nga. Kaya lang, yung gobyerno dapat talaga ay bigyan naman sila ng mas malaking suporta. Sa hulit-huli, sa mga commuter din, mapapasa ang bigat ng modernization. Kahit naaawa sila sa mga pasahero, patuloy na magpepetisyon ang mga driver sa taasan ng pasahe para mabayaran ang kanilang utang. Reasonable naman ang panawagan natin para sa masusing pag-aaral at reforma ng PUV modernization bago mapataw ang deadline ng DOTR. I call on my colleagues to help us prioritize the enactment of the Just and Humane PUV Modernization Act. And I would like to stress that the body, together with our chairman, supported the principles that we are fighting for the PUV modernization, na kung bibigyan man ng pondo ang modernization, dapat may mga benchmarks of deliverables bago ito ma-release. Muli, kung ang kasabay ng modernization ay mawawala ng kabuhayan ang mga libo-libo nating driver at operator, talaga bang matatawag natin itong kaunlaran? Lalo na ngayong magpapasko, huwag nating pabayaan ang ating mga tsuper at operator at ang ating mga pasahero. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, distinguished colleague.
Mr. President, Senator Pia Cayetano is also seeking the floor. I move that he be recognized, Mr. President.
Yes, Senator Pia Cayetano, distinguished colleague, is recognized.
Mr. President, just a few points I'd like to raise. I fully support our chairperson in the difficult decisions he had to make. So I will just throw in my greetings for the chairman's hard work. I know very well that he defended to the best of his ability until the last minute some amendments that we would have wanted to be seen, especially in the education sector, along with our chairman of the Committee on Basic Education. This really would be the budget that we would have wanted to be included to ensure, well, not ensure, but to support our goal of improving the education system, Mr. President. Won't go into details, but I know for a fact that our chairman worked really hard to try to secure that budget. And now, just a few quick reactions, Mr. President. Maybe at a later time, when I get to see the final version in all its details, of course, we are happy that there is a provision in the GAA every year now on sustainable development being incorporated in every project that is funded. But as they say, the devil is in the details. And one of the devils that we see now is precisely in the area that our colleague Senator Grace Poe pointed out. Transportation has a very big potential in changing lives from unsustainable modes of transportation to sustainable. And the modernization that Her Honor Senator Grace is pointing out is an extremely important component in our journey towards sustainability, Mr. President. I don't have to show videos para ma-envision nyo po ang tambutsyong itim na naglalabas ng usok na itim sa mga kalye natin. I don't need to show you the numbers because many of you in the hall and our staff and those watching have children who suffer from pulmonary conditions which are caused by unsafe environmental standards, particularly the lack of clean air. So lahat ito affected by this modernization program, and unless we really have the political will to ensure that the budget necessary to help the jeepney drivers transition to more modern and sustainable models, ito po yung, and I'd like to put on record that this is not simply shifting to an e-vehicle type. Time and again, pag lumalabas itong topic ng e-jeeps, I always say, preserve Filipino culture. Paggawa nyo yan dun sa mga jeepney operators and manufacturers na matatagal na dito sa Pilipinas. There are industries that are dying or have died because slowly namatay ang jeepney industry. And it is natural for this, parang natural selection din yan in the industry sector. Parang survival of the fittest din yan. Kung hindi magaganda ang model, kung mas efficient ang train, then so be it. Mabubuhay ang train, mamamatay ang jeep. Pero kung bubuhayin din lang natin ang mga jeepney, then it might as well be not by importing jeeps, but by supporting the local industry and then preserving. And we have with us artists, no, our professionals from the creative industry who will attest that, well, their lives are all about bringing color and meaning and enhancing the experience of being a Filipino and welcoming foreigners to our country in every aspect of life. It could be watching a show where they're performing, or it could be riding a jeepney and seeing the colorful history of the Philippines drawn on the actual jeep. And then makikita ko ngayon, wala na, ano na lang, stainless steel. And then worse, mag-i-import tayo ng vehicles na wala na, hindi na nga made in the Philippines, wala pang input ng ating mga creatives, the way we grew up with the jeepney. So I just want to fully support the manifestation and concern of Senator Poe as one of the examples that I am fighting for sustainability.